The rain emitter can be found under SASSE Library, Effects, Rain. We can drag and drop that into our scene. And that comes with some extra stuff here. So we've got the rain emitter, which is this plane up here, where you're seeing probably the drops appear. And then we also have these three objects here. So that's these three. They're inside this collection called collision. And so when we hit play, our rain will fall, and any object that's in the collision collection will block the rain and cause a small splash to form. So if we zoom in here, we can see these are the little splashes happening. They animate. So any object that you want to have to interact with the rain, you can just drop into that collision collection. And then we also have this bottom plane has a special effect. If we go into the modifiers tab, let's just click on the rain emitter. So this is also the kill plane. So you can have everything in this collision collection affecting your rain. But let's say maybe you had, it's raining on a bridge and there's a break in the bridge in the middle. So if the rain falls in that spot, you're going to get that same problem where we're spawning particles that will just spawn endlessly and live forever and continue traveling down. So in addition to your collision collection, you can also add a kill plane that will destroy everything that goes below its level. And it has an offset there to raise or lower where it starts killing those particles. So in this instance here, I'm using it as the ground, but in another instance, you may want to have ground that's not continuous, and then you might want to have that in there just to catch your particles to keep your performance up. So we also have drop length, so we can turn that up. An important thing to remember about this is a simulation, so a lot of these settings may not change unless it's playing, or sometimes they may not change until the simulation reboots on the next time through the timeline. So I'm going to change the drop length. It doesn't look like anything's happening, but once I hit play, now we can see those drops are longer. So let's go, something should be really noticeable here. Hit play, and now the drops are tiny. So just remember, if you make an adjustment here and you don't see anything, it does need to run through the simulation to be calculated. So we can change the radius here. So we got huge fat drops. The density is going to be how much rain is actually falling. And this is a good way to animate the effect on and off, I find. Can animate it starting, and then it starts to, really pour. And we've got subdivisions for the drops as well as the splashes. So keeping that low will boost performance, but it will make your drops a little more jagged. So the splashes, we have scale by age. So this will save you a little bit of performance. They just kind of appear and disappear and make that animated texture. If we scale them by age, then we go back to them starting, small, kind of exploding with the splash and then disappearing again. Lifetime is how many frames this animation takes place over. So you can see this is now happening really slow. So this is more like a, kind of a slow motion effect if we go for something that long. If you go for something really short, you maybe don't even see much of anything happening. So 12 is that sweet spot that I found. 14 to 16, I think you can usually get away with. It looks like, yeah, see, even 16 to me kind of starts to look like it's maybe moving in slow motion. So we can crank up the height on these splashes, crank up the width, and then we can offset them. So if we have some that are, appearing below the surface they're supposed to be on, then you can offset them above it. We can also change the rain color, which will change the color of the rain and the splashes. Get a bunch of different effects. And then the speed is the speed at which it falls, which, yeah, going quite slow there. And that is the rain emitter. Actually, you can also, you can angle it. And yeah, you can move the plane around. It's a little harder to see, but You can move or rotate the plane however you need to get the rain type effect you want, which is also another reason why it's nice to have that kill plane, just to have that option to destroy anything that's not being touched. And another reason why you might want the offset, because you can see now that we're doing that, it's getting a little jumped into there. So yeah, that would have to be something you'd have to play with, but it's an option for you.